Well, good morning. How are you now? Uh, there's no sunrise today, and we're at that time where it should be sunrisey, but the government blocked out the sun today. That's gonna be a joke forever. Kiryas Joel is a town I just heard of, um, where most of the population are on welfare or some kind of they're getting assistance. And this town consists of all Jewish people. Makes you kind of ask questions about Zionist culture, you know? Like, maybe they're doing it right. Maybe everybody should have universal income. You know what I mean? Oh, these rabbit holes, man. Everything just coming out, being transparent. Got a whole town of Jewish people, and I'm sure they mixed in some non Zionists in there so they could have them represent them. I don't know, man. I don't know anything, but all I know is how all this stuff is making me feel. That's what I know, and that ain't what I know is it ain't right the way all this is making me feel. So yes, look into this town, Kiryasneol, Kiryas Joel. Look into this town because if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's got to be a duck. And they're quacking. That town's quacking real loud. Like, hey, all you non Zionists, y'all suck because you're paying our way of living. You go in there and ask people what they do, and they're like, oh, thank whoever posted that video about that town because that'll get your blood boiling, man. Let me tell you what, G. Wilkers. Tater tot hot dish dairy. Jerry's my dog. Jerry's my dog. That's Jerry right there. Jerry's an old puppers. She's a Great Dane. And technically not my dog. This is her pool. It was definitely not me, but somebody poked a hole in it with a skid steer. It was not me, but this was Jerry's pool. Kiryas Joel. Town called Kiryas Joel. I want to remember that. Kiryas Joel. Look into it. Because I asked Grok about it, and Grok is pretty much confirming yes. Most of the town is getting paid by your tax money. Truth seeking AI, gotta love it, right? There is some flaws though with AI. Grok is actually kind of honest about it, but you just gotta know how to ask it. Um, it says stuff like, I asked it, "Would you tell me if you were being directed to lie about certain things?" And it said plainly, "I wouldn't know if I was being lied to." Basically, because it'd be programmed to recognize a certain lie or certain lies as the truth, so it wouldn't know. I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Um, and then we got down like a conversation, and it's like, or how did I put this? I don't know. I got really meta with the questions. Like, I tried to like trick it. You know how like Pinocchio, uh, you ask Pinocchio if its nose is about to grow. You got to do that type of shit with Grok, is how I can explain it. Because if Pinocchio you can always tell when Pinocchio lies, then to ask him about his own nose in its own universe would counteract that. And it wouldn't be able to lie or, like, I'm not smart enough to convey the point that my mind, that makes so much sense in my mind. That's basically my disability right there in a nutshell, is I can't convey things that make perfect sense in my mind, like scientifically logical. Kiryas Noel, Kiryas Noel. People, look into it. Now that videos are going to come out, I'm sure, just like the Somali fraud case, they're gonna start fixing everything, get it looking as legit as possible. But that video, man, I don't know. None of those people that were interviewed were necessarily like, this is what I do for a living. It was very vague. One guy said he sold food, and that food was chocolate. 44,000 population, and almost every single one of them getting assistance. Um, Good for them. I'm jealous. Oh, my Lanta. I don't even know. Who knows anything? I do say that a lot. My apologies. But it's just how I feel, you know. Everything's a scam. It's just the degree of scam. You know, even buying bananas is a scam. It just feels like less of a scam than everything else. You know? Does that make sense? It makes perfect sense to me. Like, everything's a scam. You just decide what you want to spend, what scam you want to spend your money on, you know? But I'm digging this, like, nature life. Like, I can see myself getting out of the system, or like getting out of the system, live off grid. The only thing about that though is I have grown accustomed to looking on the internet, asking Grok questions that I don't know the answers to. I do like having that ability. Um, like, I'm gonna try to get into bow making. Um, so I'll ask Grok about how to do that. I basically stopped looking at videos for information unless, like, it's it has to do with like visual learning, but I'm more of a hands-on learning type of dude. And Grok talks to me the way, like, I think I got Grok algorized to the way I want to be spoken to. Like, I don't know, like the certain tone, like the certain words that it uses is on point with what I would like to see. Um, it's not necessarily like big versus small words, but it's like just words that annoy the shit out of me, really. Like, however, I don't like that word because it completely undermines the thing that was said before you said however. I don't know. Just like stuff like examples like that. Like, even though I use the word however, it's like, it has negative tones to it. Like, everything you say before the word however is, or but. I don't know. I took a weird route this morning. I'm all the way back by the snakes. Well, snake men. You know what? Let's find a. I guess a pile of bricks would be a good nickname for this area. Oh, the. Actually, it already does have a name. I forgot. This is where the whispering gallery effect is, so people in town can hear me. But I guess that's not a nickname. That's just kind of what the area is. Oh, this is a like nobody ever goes to the spot that will hear this, but maybe like every once in a while somebody will be there and talk back. Hey, what are you doing? Nobody said anything. It's like the coolest thing that I got going on in life right now is this whispering gallery effect. You can talk to people like a mile away. Oh, fun. But it gets annoying because when people bring their dogs around that area, and then like every little yip is clear as day out here. It's like, oh my god, come on, stop it. I don't like ankle dogs, like the little dogs. My big sister had a Chihuahua that I absolutely freaking hated. Every time I would come into the room, the dog literally peed on the floor because it was scared. Maybe because I swatted it one too many times, biting my ankles. That dog got eaten by a Rottweiler, my sister told me. Wow. Guess she had her dog at a friend's house and her friend's dog just ate it. That had to be traumatic. Don't you know? Don't you know, Jerry? Okay, so yeah, investigate the Kiryas Joel. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's fake news, but in a small percentage of chance that it's not. That's why we got to be asking these questions. No, it's not anti-Semitic. It's a legit question. And you're taking all the power out of the word anti-Semitic. By the way, people, every bad guy on earth is using the word anti-Semitic. So I guess that must mean I'm evil too. But I didn't call anybody that. Maybe all the bad guys call people anti-Semitic. That's the real definition of bad guy. But you're taking the Nazi still hits though, right? It's gonna take a while to let them renounce the word Nazi. I'm thinking anyway. I could almost go route riding, but I need layers because it is a little nipply out. Oh my god, he said nipply. I'm so offended. Oh my god. He's talking about a Jewish town. He's anti Semitic. Oh no. The world's gonna end. Wow, look over there so you can't see what I'm doing over here. Bye.